Team Kill Podcast. Intentional Strays.
Oh, what is up, everybody? Killing Spree 37 here. And this is Silencer. And this is the Team Kill Podcast, episode 51. Guys, obviously that wasn't Silencer. He is currently AFK away from the podcast. I think I got home a little bit too late and he might be sleeping. Nonetheless, guys, you know it's going to be a dolo episode yet again. So here we go. I'm excited, okay? Hopefully, you know, he can come back next week. We'll see about that. But nonetheless, guys, let's go ahead and talk about past weekends, okay? I had a pretty decent past weekend. I went to go watch Free Guy, which is about video games. It was very interesting. Don't want to spoil it for anybody, but definitely a solid 8.5 out of 10. Very interesting story, incredibly funny, and if you play video games, you're into the gaming community, you're definitely going to like it. So I definitely liked it a lot. I also went to go watch Don't Breathe 2, and it was kind of interesting, you know, because the guy in the first one was a little creepy, you know, bad guy. And, you know, in the second one, he's not such a bad guy, you know, so it came out a little weird. I'm going to have to get that movie an 8 as well. And, you know, I went to a restaurant, and I have these shirts, guys, that I'm currently about to put up onto the merch shop. And I currently had a giveaway for them for 1,700 subscribers. I was celebrating, felt a little lusty, you know, thought I would do a giveaway. You know, a guy at the restaurant, he saw my shirt and was like, oh, you know, that's a nice shirt, right? And then, you know, customers say that. You know, they say that. You know, when customer service people, you know, when they're trying to get that tip, you know, they're trying to get that bag, you know, they say a lot of things, right? So he said the little compliment. I brushed it off. Everybody says my shirt's cool. All right, bud, you do you. But then he came back around. He's like, you know, where did you get that shirt? Right? You got to tell me where you got that shirt from. Right? Pulled out his little notepad, the same notepad he took out, you know, to take my order. You know, I was like, you know what? I got you. You know, here, text this number. Give me your address. I'm going to go ahead and send you something, right? I'll send you a t-shirt. But in my mind, I'm going to do another giveaway for him, guys. Give him 2 t-shirts, give him 2 stickers, you know. I like that people show interest in things that I like to do, you know. And I respect it, you know. When people, it's genuine interest or genuine like for the product, you know, I'm always going to be like, you know what? You don't even got to buy it. You know, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you for free. So that was a nice little interaction, guys. Made me feel famous, made me feel a little happy, you know. It definitely gave me the, damn, I'm really out here, you know. If you would have asked for a picture, I would have screamed like a girl. So that happened. And I wasn't going to talk to Silencer about this, but just overall in general, I talked about rebranding, but it's definitely more towards the name. So last episode, I believe I talked about rebranding the content, kind of putting a little bit more money behind the content. And now I think more of the name. See, I developed a shorts channel with, instead of Killing Spree 37 shorts, it has been Spree Shorts. And it's been doing pretty well. And it's getting a lot of traction. It's getting some healthy traffic. It's almost like the UFC Prime days when I was actually dropping videos and I was getting likes. You know, a few duds here and there, 0 views, 7 views. And then some days we hit 100, some days we hit 80. And this past weekend, one of the shorts that I uploaded was a funny Apex Legends one. It got up to 16,000 views on that, a lot of watch time on that as well. And, you know, I was excited. So I kind of figure now that the Spree name has to be a little shorter. You know, it doesn't have to be Killing Spree. Spree works as well. But the issue is there's already a guy named Spree. He was a streamer. So I'm going to have to figure out something else to kind of incorporate myself, but keep myself in the rebranding as well. And, you know, that's going to be a bigger challenge, guys. So I'm looking forward to that. We're looking forward to, you know, just kind of like becoming a real content creator. That's why I'm really doing this, guys, a little solo, you know. There's always going to be days where somebody is always busy or schedules don't align with other people's schedules. And then you have to really assess, you know, what you're doing. You got to really put your best foot forward, guys. And you have to remember that, you know, even though, like I said, I would love to do the podcast with Silencer, he's just busy at the moment, and, you know, whenever he can't do it, I seem to push this back, which delays an episode for you guys. Topics go by fast, and they just don't, they don't have the same traction in the other podcast episodes. So I'm going to go ahead and, from now on, anytime that I feel like he's not going to want to do it, or not want to do it, I don't want to make it seem like that. But if he can't do it, if he falls asleep or he's just not home at the moment, we're definitely going to put out something just a little shorter, and it's going to be me and you guys, okay? It's going to be me in your ear talking like normal, okay? It's going to be like my podcast streams, okay? Just me and you, okay? I can hear you talking back to me, okay? I don't know what you're saying, but I can hear what you're saying, okay? So here we go. We're skipping rapid fire. I'm saving the jokes. I'm going to unleash them on Silencer next weekend and give him 4 jokes. So he doesn't listen to the podcast back, so he won't know. But next podcast, when you hear time, it's not going to be time. It's going to be time to get that ass, okay? So here we go. The first topic of the night, YouTube gaming is building a squad, okay? Recent exclusive streamer deals have been handed out to people like Dr. Lupo, Courage JD, and now they have the bald one, the fall damage receiver, Tim the Tap Man. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe YouTube gaming is going towards this direction. Let me tell you the thought process here. They are one infinity stone, one streamer away from taking it all from Twitch, okay? And that is, if they get Nick Merckx, they'll have all those good streamers, okay? But I don't think they're going to do that. So recent reports kind of brought to my attention that this might not be a thing. I believe yesterday or today, I was hearing Nick Merckx had some type of announcement, okay? He didn't say what the announcement was going to be, but nonetheless, he alluded to what the announcement was going to be, So he didn't go on the stream saying much, but he did add a little tidbit, and he thanked Ninja. I thought it was a little weird, but here we go again. After thanking Ninja, he started by saying, Ninja kind of led the pack to these exclusive deals, right? As you guys remember, Ninja signed an exclusive streaming deal to Mixer for the bag. I don't know how much it was, but one of the streams he was talking about buying the bank of some kid's house, buying their internet company and foreclosing on the house. That's big money talk, If you listen to rap, you know that's big money, okay? So he thanked Ninja for starting that wave of, doing these exclusive deals, because now these streamers are getting the bag, right? It's not because they're just being on the platform. They're bringing their entire fan base from Twitch all the way to YouTube gaming. And you know what that means for us normal content creators? More eyes for our content and less for people on the Purple app, okay? I thought it was kind of funny because when I heard Dr. Lupo sign an exclusive deal, and then I heard Tim the Tap Man sign an exclusive deal, and I've heard Courage a few years back, he signed his own exclusive deal. He was one of the first people that came over to YouTube gaming. It was very interesting. I was looking to see what the move was, and now I see it 100% clear. The thing is, they're bringing the OGs. They're not bringing the other smaller guys, They're not bringing the little foot soldiers from Twitch, right? And even if they are, they're signed under some exclusive deal that doesn't have a huge announcement attached to it. So, for example, XQZ announced that he did, in fact, sign an exclusive deal with Twitch, which is funny, okay? Because he gets banned a lot from the platform. You have that as a clear, as a clear pinpoint of evidence. Now, I think that it's funny that he said it like that, and then you had Nick Merckx say, hey, I want to thank Ninja. Ninja's paving the way for these guys to get these little streamer deals, and they're getting these deals, and they're making the bag, they're setting their family up for life. That makes me think that Twitch might have got to Nick before YouTube did, which is crazy because they're throwing numbers around. It's estimated anywhere from 10 to 50 million per deal. Okay? After taxes, after Uncle Sam takes his own little share, it's going to be about a cool, let's say 4 to 25 mil. That's nice. And YouTube's not going down like Mixer, you know? They have a lot of money to spend. As you guys know, there's like a little streaming beef. They're trying to incorporate YouTube gaming the same way Twitch is operating over there. My personal opinion, I feel like YouTube might be better than Twitch, guys. Hear me out. On Twitch, it's more of a numbers game. Okay? If you're number one because 50,000 people are watching you, the little guy that has 0 doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have a shot at doing shit. Right? He doesn't. But YouTube has the YouTube algorithm. Okay? The YouTube algorithm plus thumbnails, descriptions, hashtags, tags, all those things are going to play a part in you getting eyes on your streaming content. Twitch doesn't have that. Facebook gaming does not have that. Certain places don't have certain little things, but YouTube, they already had their own little thing. They just incorporated what Twitch was doing and made a little stream baby out of it, okay? As a person that streams on YouTube, I'm going to tell you right now, it's 100% easier to get your content out there. Not only just your stream, guys, but your actual videos that are on YouTube. It could get eyes on there. And that is good news for anybody that's content creators. So if you're ever considering even doing a little bit of streaming, guys, I would suggest doing some type of Streamlabs Prime thing where you can stream out to everywhere else. But your main focus should be your YouTube channel. That's going to be a big thing for people. So that's pretty good. Now, who do I feel could be next from Twitch? Okay, I'm thinking Pokimane. Okay, I think Pokimane's the Twitch head over there. You're going to want to go after somebody. Dream. Dream, the cheater for Minecraft. You can go after him. There's really nobody else. You got to start going after these younger guys, you know. These older guys, they're starting to have families. They're having wives. They're moving from house to house. You know, I recently heard Tim the Tap Man say something about, you know, I just want to be able to spend more time with my family. You had Nick Merck say something about family. Ninja eventually is going to have his own little family, but he signed his own exclusive deal over there at Twitch, right? You know, that's good. That was good for the platform. Not necessarily good for him, because I did see him try to bait YouTube into, hey, you know, come check out my stream, guys. Oh, this past stream, you had Jessica, his wife. Hey, look at these numbers from YouTube. Ninja's doing pretty good for a Twitch guy. They were baiting. They were doing something good. So I'm excited to see how this is going to go. But yeah, if who's next for them, it has to be these younger guys. It has to be these guys that still have all this free time in the world, no kids. I don't know exactly who, because I'm not really familiar without the outside of those people. But if Twitch wants to make a banger, they're going to have to go against, you know, they're going to have to start signing Daquan and Hamlins. They're going to have to. They're going to have to sign them to some little exclusive deal. They're back streaming, I think, Tuesday, tomorrow, which you guys are going to be hearing this. They're back streaming. You know, make a splash. These guys came back. People are eager. You know, if Twitch wants to be able to, you know, like, fight back against YouTube, they're going to have to do something, okay? It's no more people are streaming on your platform for free because they like it, because that's where they got their start. They don't know no better. No. These places need to start adding coins and respecting the creators. They need to start respecting people, because just as easy as they take off, they can take away, okay? They can take away from you, okay? Just because they took off on your platform doesn't mean that you're owed anything as far as Twitch goes, okay? Now, Twitch's response, like I said, they're going to have to go after these younger guys, similar to YouTube. They're going to have to go after these younger guys, or even prospects. And the thing about that too is that when you go after prospects, you go into an issue where, I don't know if you guys are familiar with podcast drama, but let's say you Call Me Daddy, the podcast. They had a podcast and they signed a deal when they were a lot smaller, And then they signed the deal. They became a lot bigger than what the company may have thought and what they thought themselves. And they ended up not making as much money and thought, you know what, let me do the math. They did the math. They realized that their value was actually worth a lot more. So they tried to fight with the company for their IP, which is intellectual property. And that's going to be a thing. I see YouTube streamers and YouTube gaming. It's going to be an issue like that where they're going to start trying to implement stuff like that where they kind of own a little piece of your stuff just in case you do take off. But that's all speculation for now, guys. So I think what Twitch's response should do is what they need to start doing. They need to start handing out these exclusive deals like they do bans for the word simp. Okay? The way that you're going after that Amaranth chick, the hot tub thought, listen, you're gonna have to throw her the bag, okay? I doubt she'll go anywhere else, besides OnlyFans. Okay, that's a little joke, a little headshot there. But they're gonna have to throw her the bag. So if you throw her the bag with some type of little contract of what she can and cannot do, she's gonna bring the wave. She's gonna bring all the women that follow her. She's going to bring her to that little ecosystem they have over there at Twitch, and they're going to be a solid platform. So I would go after her, go after the younger guys that have clout, that are stylish, and then I would also, like I said, I would go after Daquan and Hamlin's just because they're a hot commodity, and I do feel like they deserve some type of, exclusive deal because I see the entertainment value in them. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, okay? But yeah, guys, let me know your comments down below. We're going to keep going with this topics, okay? The next topic. We've seen China do a little things for gaming here and there, right? I think me and Silence used to talk about that stuff. Earlier in the pod, we felt like China didn't like video games. It was a little weird. Right? But they have their own pride and stuff. They have their own focuses and things. And this is another example of them trying to really just put a real hold on the video games. You can only game 3 hours a week in China if you're under 18 between 8 p.m. to 9 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and public holidays. So it's a love-hate thing, okay? It's a love-hate thing. As an adult who plays video games, I probably play video games more often than the actual human adult probably does in any country. But I've seen a lot of people in gaming, like, I'm going to go ahead and give an example. Let's say kids with iPads, kids with phones. They love playing those little games, the Nintendo Switch. You take it away from them, they throw the biggest fit. The productivity of kids seem to be really terrible when you let them game for X amount of time. And if you do restrict it, it's going to be more rewarding for them when they actually get to play. However, I believe in free will. I believe that it shouldn't be China, the government. It shouldn't be the government. It should be between the adult and the child. It should be between them. I don't feel that it's a government's place to tell you, hey, to do this with your children, right? But we don't live in China. We live in, great old America, half-heartedly. So we live in America. We can game. We can do all that stuff. I'm a firm believer in free will. I just watched Free Guy. That's pretty much all it was about was free will. And to me, I understand this. Right? It seems good. It should not be enforced by the government. The government should be worrying about government things. That a child playing a game is not necessarily them. Them. It seems like they're overstepping their boundaries. They want to be the number one country. I'm pretty sure they lead in some type of statistics, guys, like number one in productivity or something. I'd have to look at the China stats. I don't have them right in front of me, guys. But China just stepping in and telling kids, hey, you know what? 3 hours. It's the law. Seems a little weird to me. Should be parent to, I'll keep trying to say student, but parent to kid, For example, for me, I would hold, Yeah, okay, 3 hours for a kid. That sounds like something between a parent only. Nobody tells China, hey, China, we want you to limit yourself to, like one country to sell stuff to for trade and making items for stuff. Nobody gets into China's business, so I think it's a little weird that China gets into other people's business. So let me know your thoughts on that, guys. But I think that it's a hit or miss situation. It sounds good, right? It does sound 100% good, limiting stuff like that. But that should be between a parent and a child, not the government, because I would hate to see if the kid went over, 4 hours. Is China going to put him away? He's going to lock up the parents. He's going to kill them. Seems a little irresponsible, but China, they have something over there. They have some type of mindset. And they have their own country, their own rules. And, we owe China money, I believe. So we might be there here soon, guys. So these podcasts might be, they might not, they're gaming. But, because it's about gaming. They're like, oh, you can't podcast about gaming longer than 30 minutes. And, yeah, it's going to be a terrible world to live in. So moving on. Guys, I make fun of Cyberpunk all the time. Okay, I bought the game, I played it, I've enjoyed it, I streamed it, I beat it, and yet I felt like, it wasn't the best. We all know what type of shit they were in. It's like the Donda album, guys. Yeah, I might have did numbers, but it was terrible, okay? That's an inside joke for Cuz Lightyear. Now, what's very interesting is, rather than them hiring people from, this other AAA company, this other company, this indie company, they're starting off small. And what better way to get somebody to work for you than people that were already working for you in the first place for free, for clout, for clicks and likes? Guys, Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red developers have officially hired modders to become developers. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. I can't believe it, guys. It's very interesting. I understand it 100% because these are people that have finished around with the actual game, may know a little bit more problems, a little bit more invested. Developers are tired. And you have these people that were making their own their own mods, making the game more playable, making them more fun, fixing little glitches here and there, adding texture packs, adding cars, adding cool little things into the game. And since they already have the blueprint for it, the CD Projekt was like, let's go ahead and let's outsource some help. So let me go ahead and read the article for you guys, okay? The Woven Kit modding tool from Ubisoft transformed The Witcher 3 Wild Hunts. That wasn't it. The modders who will officially join CDPR are Trade Rain, Nightmaria, Blumster, and Rufuzzo. They are best known as the folks behind the Woven Kits, an open source tool that allows modders to modify CD Projekt Red's greatest hits, Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunts. In terms of Cyberpunk modding resources, Woven Kit is the gold standard, allowing you to edit any file in the game, crucially browse through files without unpacking the archives, okay? A little statement here. We will be working on various projects related to the Cyberpunk 2077 backend and the game's modding support, they said. We are really excited for this, and we really hope we can help to bring Cyberpunk 2077 to the next level. And they're going to need it, guys. They're going to need it, okay? It's not just because the game has been doing horrible. It seems to be a never-ending issue with the company and their issues. As you know, their source code got stolen. PlayStation, they just allowed them back. 8-9 months out of the year, they told them, okay, you can come back, and they're not even displaying them in the actual store anymore. So it's very interesting to see. I feel like it's too late, but for next games, you have people that are able to know the game. People that have messed around with the game a lot and have definitely started to enhance it and just have the overall background and the experience that you want, guys. It's a rags to riches story. Congratulations to them. But let me tell you, they have their work cut out in front of them. They have a lot of work to do. There's no shortage of work over there. Okay, if they thought that they were doing some work modding, let me tell you something. When they have the tools, I remember one time I used to work, right? I used to do stuff. So one time I didn't have a forklift, right? I was back there. I was doing fruits. I was picking up fruits. And one day, we didn't have a forklift. I didn't have a jack to lift up the pallet. So I started taking the fruit all the way from where it was all the way to the freezer, right? And a manager had saw and was like, oh, you could do it without that stuff? All right, cool. We're going to give you a different tool, right? And I was like, okay, cool. So they gave me like a little roller cart to put on stuff, right? Put all the stuff that I needed. And in their brain, I was moving faster. I was more productive. I didn't have to move pallets left and right. So they started to give us that instead of the pallet jack, okay? To make us really work. Oh, if you're gonna find ways to make it work for you, we're gonna find another way to help you do it. Which sucked, guys. Okay, it sucked for me. It was a horrible experience. I went back to the forklift. I went back to the pallet jack. Simple shit like that. You don't ever do that. Okay, don't ever find a solution that's not there. But these guys did, guys. They found a solution, and now they're working for Cyberpunk. Hopefully, they're getting the bag. But again, they have their work cut out for them immensely. Okay, so congratulations to them. Quick little shout out. But we're going to continue because this next story, I'm going to take some time to talk about it. I was scrolling down, I want to say like TikTok, right? I saw some guy crying, some white guy. He was crying. Oh my God. Ooh, tears in his eyes, He looked like he had a filter on. That's just my personal opinion. I don't really know. Nonetheless, this guy snuck up on stage to talk to Logan Paul. And this audio clip is from the video. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to it right now.
I quit my job. No, wait, it's a story. I'm interested. It's a story. I just talked to Logan Paul. I mean, like, he was just being nice, and I get it. Media, whatever, he has to be nice. Before I approached him, he was bragging about making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year. I'm 22. I do make $100,000. That's cool. And I want to act. I want to do these things. I'm having a breakdown right now. Oh, I'm sitting in the gas station. I don't even know what to do. Like, I did come up here by myself. I do have family, but we're not the closest. And I don't have really close friends. There's millions of people trying to do what I'm trying to do. Just watch the clip, okay? It's a quit my job. No, wait, it's a story. I'm interested. It's a story. I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
Like on stage? Or you just like?
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak
I'm
videos.
Sorry, I just.
Did you print the ticket and stuff?
No, like, I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business. Trying to talk about trying to get a job. Like, I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's
that.
your TikTok
I did that video. Like going like that. Yeah,
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
Then why would I
need
get
a mentor.
Why would I do that?
I want to be like. I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I can't be a mentor right now, right? In my life, I'm a fuck up myself. I need a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need
connections and you need people be around you, right?
No, I didn't have connections and people around. I have Jake. That's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people, friends?
I don't.
Friends? You got friends. You got
I
amigos.
don't.
You don't have friends?
I don't. I swear to God. I'm here by myself.
Where you from?
I'm from Norwalk,
Bro,
Ohio.
you're a good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying. You have friends. go make content, do stuff with your friends. I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Trying to make a step.
All right, guys, that was a 2-minute clip there. A lot to unpack, so we're gonna go step by step. First off, it starts off with the guy talking to Logan Paul, okay? And then it goes into the, where he's in the car, he's crying, and basically this guy walked up to Logan Paul, wanted a shot, right? It took guts to go up there anyways. Logan Paul, he's one of the, no matter what you guys think of him, he's one of the innovators. He's like the PewDiePie. He's one of the guys that took whatever, he had from Disney, him and his brother, and they just took it to a whole different level. They're living life, and you heard it in the audio. The guy was talking about bragging about $3 million. Okay? That sounds good. Now let me tell you something. He went up there. He said he was asking for a job. The first thing Logan asked him was, all right, well, what are you good at? And it cut the video. He started talking about what he did. He wants to get into acting. He did these dances. And he's like, oh, so you got it down. You're doing pretty good. He's like, no, I'm not. And then Logan Paul stops a little bit. And he's like, well, then why would I give you a job? Why are you talking to me? If you're not good at anything, you're not confident in what you do, why would I help you? He said, connections. Logan Paul then responded and said, I don't have connections. I didn't have connections. I had Jake, his brother. He's asking the guy, do you have family? He says no. He's asking the guy, if you have talent, what's your skill set? What are you good at? He doesn't know. He's asking the guy, what did he ask him? He said some other shit, but did he have friends? He says, no, I don't have any friends. And the guy's like, you have friends. You have to have at least a couple friends to do content with. So the video, he's basically crying because Logan didn't give him a chance. But at the same time, this fool Logan was dropping gems, okay? Logan was straight up. He could have been a different way. I'm siding with Logan Paul on this one. A lot of people seem to carry towards the guy that was crying in the car and being self-entitled. Let's go ahead and look at the gems that he dropped, okay? He told the guy, do you have friends? Make content with your friends. That's a gem, okay? Me as a person right now, I'm doing this podcast by myself. Whether you guys listen to it or not, you guys find entertainment value of me being by myself. You guys don't see the difference. I like making content with friends. I do. I love doing it, okay? I love talking to Silencer about certain topics. Cuz Lightyear, you guys heard him previously on an old episode. I would love for him to be on the podcast, But sometimes people just don't want to do that, okay? Family. I'm not the closest with my family either, okay? And even if I was the closest to my family, we don't see topics the same, I'm more into gaming. They're more into other stuff. They're not into that type of stuff. So I digress from there. I see what Logan Paul was saying, and I 100% agree. He was telling the guy, I'm a fuck up. I need a mentor. I can't be a mentor to somebody if I'm in need of a mentor. That is bars. That is bars. That is knowing your position in life. Even though you have success, you still feel like you need areas to improve. And that's why Logan Paul is where he's at. He's always trying to seemingly improve his lifestyle, improve his content, going after different things. Great for him. Now, we're gonna go in on the self-entitled asshole over here, guys, okay? The first thing that I heard wrong with this was, I make $100,000 a year. And he said that Logan Paul was bragging about $3 million. What's the issue? I bet you anybody that is listening to this right now does not make $100,000 a year. I worked for the post office. Okay? I worked there for 2.5 years. Hard work, hard physical labor. Getting up, walking distances, and coming back late. You'd leave your house when the sun was not even up. You'd go back home and the sun wouldn't be up, you know? You would only see outside because you're walking 10, 12 miles, taking 30,000 steps. And at that job, working 10, 12, 14-hour days, I made $40,000 a year, okay? $40,000. And I was living life. I vacationed twice that year that I made $40,000. I went to Disney land for 3 days. 5-day trip. I had a rental car. We went to the beach. We had a nice little hotel. We went to Disney for 3 days. Tickets were at least $1,000, you know, for those 3 days. I was living nice. I had so much money, I didn't know what to do with it. Okay? And we didn't live in a big apartment. We didn't live in this fancy little place. We paid maybe like $1,062 in rent at the time. We currently pay like $1,600. I was making money, you know? $40,000, okay? Now this guy's bitching about $100,000. He's 22 years old, making $100,000. Crying in his car. Why did you quit your job? Why did you take it upon yourself to take this risk? Now, listen back to the audio, guys. You can hear Logan Paul said, I understand that you quit your job. It took balls to do that, but now you got to put the work in. Now you really got to, put in the effort, that drive, that determination, that vision that you have of yourself. You're going to have to put it into perspective, into the shit that you're going to try to put a lot of effort into because you quit your job. Rent's due the 31st, the 1st, the 5th. You're evicted by the 10th if you don't have your rent. $100,000 job and you fucking quit it. Now, the only reason why I bring this up, guys, because yeah, some of this content takes money. It does take money. If you want to take that content to the next level, you want the editing, the sound, the graphics, the thumbnails, all that costs money. All of it. Every single fucking piece of it. You know, putting it on YouTube. I'm putting it on YouTube. It costs money. Money makes the world go round. So if you have $100,000 job, you make $100,000. If you live like you were making $25,000 and spent the $75K that you earned making content, oh, you'd be huge. You'd be the next Mr. Beast. Wasted talents. It always goes to these fucking people that feel like they're entitled to shit, people that want handouts, people that want connections, 15 minutes of fame. Well, guess what, buddy? Logan he gave you a few gems, okay? He might have gave you some connections. You talked about acting in your fucking video. You're crying in your car. It looked staged to me. It looked fake as fuck. I'm sorry. Crocodile tears don't fucking work over here. You know? People that actually sit there and put some money, time into shit, we don't sit there and have the fucking nerve to go and ask for people. Okay? Before I started this podcast, guys, I hit up Silencer. I hit him up one time. Hey, I'm home. He didn't hit me up. I proceeded to do the podcast. I asked in the past, yo, let's do some podcasts. Let's do a podcast. Help me out. Silencer called off. Didn't get nothing. I've asked Dill Pickle to come over here and do the podcast. Nothing. The guest that I had a few times. Oh, bro, I can't do that right now. Oh, I can't do this shit. You got to operate on your own time, guys. You got to operate. You know, when shit starts, you shouldn't have to ask people for shit because it's yours. You know? You see the vision. You see what other people don't see. Okay? Right now, I'm looking at a TV screen, a monitor right now with my vocals, with my logo. That's what I'm seeing. What you guys are seeing is a finished product. The editing that I do, the thumbnail, the video for YouTube, that's what you guys see. Okay? This guy heard him bragging about 3 million when he makes 100K, but don't know shit that this fool fucking Logan is doing for that 3 million. Don't know shit about the struggles the fucking Logan Pauls, the Paul brothers be doing. Don't know about the grinding that the Paul brothers been doing. A lot of shit don't get handed out to you guys. That shit comes at a price, chat. Okay? That shit comes at, it comes at like, it's hard to explain, guys. It comes with a lot. Okay? It don't come with nothing. The best example is 8 Mile. Free comes with a dick up your ass. Okay? Never in my fucking life have I asked for anybody for handouts. I've always asked one time for people to help me do certain things where I feel like I need somebody to do stuff with. But don't be fooled. I can do this by myself. I don't want to, but I can. That's no shot to Silencers, no shot to Dills, no shot to Cuz Lightyear. But when you got a guy crying, 15, he gave you 15 minutes of fame. You got the video, you snuck up there, you asked him a question, you told him you weren't good at anything, you told him your skill set, you had no friends, you had no family, and you wanted to work for Logan Paul? No. I'm not saying that you should put yourself on a pedestal, but you shouldn't put yourself like you don't have anything either. You just said you had a 100K job. If you took that money, okay, you took that fucking money. You took the money, the $100,000, instead of going to the clubs, spending it on bitches, friends, bottle service, going out to eat, doing all that types of shit. If you fucking sat there and you lived like you were broke, lived like you were fucking broke, you wouldn't have that issue. You'd be shelling out content left and right. Fuck, you'd be a content creator by the end of the year. It's a fucking shame when people that are fucking healthy, rich, full of life and potential, and just don't fucking use it, guys. Don't use it at all. And then instead, they want to fucking sit there and bitch about it on TikTok. Bitch about it on Twitter. Bitch about it on a fucking YouTube page. What type of shit is that? No. You don't get that fucking pity party. I wouldn't even name drop them, guys. I don't even have that many people that listen to the podcast, that go to the YouTube videos. I'm not even name dropping you because I feel like you've done too much. Okay? He gave you advice. Great advice. Great advice. If he would look me in my fucking face right now and said, make content with your friends, what would I do? I'm doing it. Okay? I'm doing the content stuff with friends. I see what Logan is trying to tell the guy, and I 100% agree with Logan Paul. The guy over there crying in his car, that don't work, chat. That don't work. You know what? He's going to be crying in his car when he gets evicted, when he's living in his car, when he's out there, because he said he was originally from Ohio. I think that's where the Pauls are from. When he's in California, not going to be able to eat. You know, he might be the next homeless guy down in California. The next homeless guy you see at Venice Beach could be this guy. Not because he quit his job or did this. No, because he quit his job and did the shit for the wrong reason. He didn't do it because he knew he had the drive and the passion and this and that. No. He believed he was going to get a handout because he went to go see Logan Paul. Guys, if I taught you anything, me doing content, me doing this podcast, I've said it. Don't quit your day job, but don't quit your daydream either. Simple as that. This guy quit his fucking job. It could be all cap, guys. He got his little 15 minutes of fame. He's getting a little following here and there, but imagine this guy is never going to live it down. Drake and his ghostwriting rumors, never going to live it down. Meek Mill back to back, never going to live it down. This guy is a walking L. I doubt he's going to make it far, chat. I doubt he's going to make it far. Unless he does exactly what Logan says. Make some buddies. Create some content with your friends. Put some effort. He said, I'm glad you quit your job, but the real work starts now. Now it fucking starts after you quit your job. That took balls, but do something afterwards. Simple as that. Remember, chat, don't quit your day job, but don't quit your daydream either. Simple as that. Then we're moving on to the last topic. It got a little intense, guys. I'm not going to lie. It just pisses me off. You know, as a small content creator, if I ever went up to Logan Paul, Vanos, Mr. Beast, Matt Stoney, if I ever went up to YouTubers, I'm not going to sit there and ask for a handout. I'm going to ask for little motivation. Little motivation. Simple as that. A little motivation, a few questions here and there about how things may or may not work, and that's it. But for a handout, a handout, chat. Asking for advice is different from asking for a handout. Okay? But I'm asking for advice, not for a handout. Simple as that. Moving on, guys, the last topic, and then we're out of here. The PlayStation Showcase is pretty much going to be, it's going to be the E3-ish type of hype, okay? September 9th, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some PlayStation Showcase. I forget what it's called for PlayStation, but they're going to start talking about some things that they may be releasing in the 2022 year. And I have a few things that they might be, dropping. A little The Last of Us 2 multiplayer. They teased it. They started talking about the next gen version of it, remastered. So looking forward to that. Not really, but any new content for the PS5 is going to be great. Now, dun dun dun. We're ready for it. That wasn't even no music for it. Guys, God of War Ragnarok is supposedly going to be announced for the showcase, okay? I don't know if it's going to be a trailer, a name, a pre-order date, a release date, some type of new update, something, but it's coming. I believe wholeheartedly it's going to come, and it's going to be a PlayStation 5. I've even seen developers say when it comes to PS5, it's going to be so crazy, and I believe it. I believe it. They're going to utilize every single piece of the PlayStation 5 to just come up with this for the game, and it's going to be announced. I don't know what's going to be there, guys, but if I had to say, I would say a little small trailer, a little E3 type of demo, the first little level, small little level, something like that. I'm assuming, but I would settle for the actual date because they did push it back. It was supposed to be this year, and then they pushed it back to 2022. We're almost there, guys. It's probably 4 months left in 2021. The year has, went by pretty fast. Yeah. So I'm hoping that they start off with the Ragnarok, and The Last of Us 2 is okay, but I'm really just looking for, what else too, guys? I was hearing Infamous. I don't know if you guys ever played Infamous. There's Infamous 1, the classic Infamous 2 with the graffiti guy and the beanie. And now there might be another game, guys, Infamous 3 on PS5, and that's going to be a room shaker as well. Because those Infamous games, regardless of what people say, those are fire. Same with the Prototype games. The Prototype and Infamous, they kind of have them in the same bag. Seems like they run on the same engine. But those two are games that I'm hearing whispers, and I'm seeing posts, I'm reading articles left and right that they're actually coming out with that type of news and stuff, and I can't wait. So hopefully next podcast Silencer will be here It'll be in a few days. I'll be able to see it, get all the notes for it, and then we'll be able to, definitely talk about it and see what they actually announced. But yeah, guys, you heard it here first. There may be some God of War stuff. There also might be some Infamous gameplay or some type of announcement for that as well. So can't wait to look forward to that. That's about it, guys. It's a short podcast today. Again, no silencer. I went on a little rant, guys. I kind of apologize. I kind of don't. Some people just need to hear the truth about certain things. The truth about people's privilege, people's entitlement to things, and you call it out because for people that put a lot of work, put a lot of effort into things, put a lot of thought, money, and time into things. People just crying in cars and getting 15 minutes of fame, that's not cool, chat. Okay? That's not cool. If it works, it works. Anything works, I've seen YouTube fights. The person that got knocked out got, some type of clout from him, but the guy that got knocked out too got some clout from him as well. We're living in an era where if you win, you win. If you lose, you win. That's the way the world works, not for us normal people, but for certain people, that's how it works for them. And I'm not, sorry for what I said, but, I'm sorry that it may have came out a way, I don't like to get aggressive on this chat. I don't like to rant or bitch about things, but yeah, it's just, some things need to be said and some things need to be addressed. And once they get addressed, guys, you see what's up. Simple as that. So shout out to everybody listening. I don't have the map on me, but I know we got people in South Africa. What's up to you guys? We've got people in my own city, in my own state, Colorado. What's up to you guys? The East Coast, what up? Hope you guys are okay for Hurricane Ida. I heard it's doubling back. Hopefully it's, it dies down, guys, and you guys can go back to your normal lives. I know you got a long road for recovery. But if you escaped with your lives, guys, you escaped with your lives, and that should be looked as, as a bright side too, okay? Shout out to everybody. We got people in Italy, UK, Austria, Hungary, Tokyo, Japan. Like, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for you guys tuning in, listening. Even if you're not fans of the podcast, you just listened to it and you laughed. I'm glad you guys gave it a chance, guys, and that's all I ever ask for. My name is Killing Spree 37. I'm out!
Killing Spree 37! The champion of the world, Killing Spree 37!